Today we will discuss about the prostate gland. It is the conical fibromuscular glandular organs surround to the proximal part of the male urethra. It is the male accessory organs, genital organs. So this is a urinary bladder and this is a prostate. So it is the conical fibromuscular glandular organ surrounded to the proximal part of the male urethra, and it is the female, it is homologous with the paraurethral gland of the female. Secretion of the prostate forms a considerable part of the semens. The secretions of the prostate gland, it is slightly acidic. It contains the acid phosphatase, fibrinolysins, prostaglandins, and large amount of the zinc. And the presence of the zinc as a function, whenever the sperm which is transmitted during the ejaculated inside the female genital organs, at that time there is inside the female genital organs there is a presence of spermiophasic cells, and which kills the spermatozoa, and this zinc which is protect against the spermiophasic cells. Situation of the prostate, it is lies inside the lesser pelvis into the most anterior part. The neck of the below to the neck of the bladder. Here you can see this is the lower end of the bladder. It is called the neck of the bladder. So it is at the below situated into the lesser pelvis, below to the neck of the bladder, and inside the above to the urogenital diaphragm. Here you can see this is the urogenital diaphragm. It is formed by the inferior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm. It is a perineal membrane, and superior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm. Superior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm, in between there is a deep perineal pouch, and it contains the sphincter urethra and deep transverse perineal muscles. So above to the urogenital diaphragm, behind to the pubic symphysis, it lies behind to the pubic symphysis, and in front of the rectum. In front of the rectum, it lies in front of the lower part of the rectum, and on each side it is there is a presence of the levator ani muscles, and it is it is called levator ani muscles, and the covering of the prostate glands, the part of the levator ani muscles, it is called the levator prostate muscles. Shape of the prostate, it is the chestnut appearance, and the transverse diameter, it is nearly 4 centimeter. The vertical diameter, it is nearly 3 centimeter, and anteroposterior diameter, it is nearly 2 centimeter, and weight, it is nearly 8 to 10 grams. The covering of the prostate, there are two covering of the prostate, true capsule and false capsules. True capsule, it is invest the entire organ or entire prostate, and formed by the prostate condensation of the fibrous stroma of the gland itself. And the false capsule, it is called the prostatic sheath, and it is derived from the fascia covering to the pelvic fascia. It is a visceral layer of the pelvic fascia which envelops the prostate and bladder at the same compartment. The false capsule which is envelop the prostate as well as the urinary bladder, and it is a visceral layer of the pelvic fascia. This visceral layer of the false capsule, it makes the medial and lateral puboprostatic ligaments. Here it is attached to the around to the prostate, and it is makes the medial and puboprostatic ligament. And posteriorly, the false capsule, it is blend with the rectum by the rectovesical fascia of Denor-Wheeler. The prostatic venous plexus, which is lies between the true and false capsules, except it is on the posterior surface of the organs. The presenting part of the prostate, it has a apex. Here you can see this is the lower part of the prostate. It is called the apex, which is lies over the urogenital diaphragm. It is directed below in common contact with the superior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm. Here at that level there is a superior fascia of the urogenital diaphragm, and cover the deep surface of the sphincter urethra, and there is deep transverse perineal muscles which is present inside the deep perineal pouch, and it is covered to the apex of the prostate. So there is mainly the sphincter urethra which is around to the prostate, which is lies at the apex. Base directed upwards. This is the base of the prostate. It is directed above and surround to the neck of the bladder, and it is pierced by the urethra at the median plane, anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3 of the gland, posterior 2/3 and anterior 1/3 of the gland. It is pierced by the urethra. Posterior surface. This is the posterior surface because you have to identify by the two opening of the vas deferens, and there is a presence of the seminal gland of the seminal vesicles. So both are united and it makes the ejaculatory duct. It indicates that this is a posterior surface of the prostate, and the posterior surface which is broad and flat and related with the also on the posterior aspect there is a behind to the urinary bladder there is a rectum. So there is a rectovesical fascia, and you can also palpate the prostate by the per rectal examination from the posteriorly. It is a 4 centimeter. Insert the finger inside the rectum and you can palpate the posterior surface of the prostate. So and it is traversed by the ejaculatory duct. Here you can see this is a traverse of the ejaculatory duct which is formed by the combinations of the vas deferens as well as the seminal vesicles. Both the ducts are united and it makes the ejaculatory duct on the posterior surface of the prostate. Anterior surface of the prostate, it is narrow and convex. Here you can see anterior surface of the prostate which is narrow and convex and situated 2 centimeter behind to the lower part of the pubic symphysis. It is just behind to the pubic symphysis. Here we have removed the pubic symphysis. Here you can see this is the cut end of the pubic bone, both the sides. So we have removed so it lies behind to the 2 centimeter behind to the pubic symphysis. And behind to the pubic symphysis there is a presence of the pubic fat, prostatic venous plexus and dorsal vein of the penis. Here you can see this is the dorsal vein of the penis. So these are the structure: fat, subpubic fat, prostatic venous plexus. We have not dissected, but it is lies inside the deeply. There is a presence of the between the true and false capsules of the prostate. You can see the prostatic venous plexus. Two infralateral surface of the prostate which is covered by the levator ani muscles. Here you can see this is the levator ani muscles, and outside the levator ani muscles it is related with the anterior recess of the ischiorectal fossa. This is the anterior recess of the ischiorectal fossa because it is a deep perineal, above to the deep perineal pouch and below to the levator ani there is this is the anterior recess of the ischiorectal fossa. Prostate divide into the 5 lobes by the 2 ejaculatory duct, and there is a prostatic urethra which divide the prostate into the 5 lobes. The most anterior lobe of the prostate, it is the presence of the small isthmus. Anterior lobe has a small isthmus which is connecting to the 2 lateral lobes. This is a lateral lobes on each side which is connected by the isthmus, and it is connecting to the 2 lateral lobe in front of the urethra, and it is the fibromuscular body with little or no glandular tissue which is present inside the anterior lobe. Median lobe, it is the wedge shape, and the apex is directed towards the colliculus seminalis, or it is also there is a on the posterior aspect, and it is base forms the uvula vesica. This is the base of the median lobe. It lies between the urethra and the ejaculatory duct. So, and the apex of which is apex, the it base forms the uvula vesica, and apex of the trigonum vasica. So, and median lobe, it is bounded in front by the urethra. Here you can see it is front which is bounded by the urethra, and behind and on each side it is bounded by the ejaculatory duct, and it is a median plane of the prostatic utericles. On the posteriorly also it is bounded by the prostatic utericles. So median lobe, it is bounded in front by the urethra, and on its side it is ejaculatory duct, and behind by the median plane by the prostatic utericle, it is the boundary of the median lobe. Median lobe, it is a fibromuscular in structure, and whenever in old age it is enlarged. Here you can see this is the median lobe which is enlarged, and it is act as a bowel valve to obstruct the outlet of the bladder with the eventual retention of the urine which is occurred by the enlargement of the median lobe. This is the posterior surface of the prostate, and this is a posterior lobe of the prostate, and it is connecting to the two lateral lobes. It is two lateral lobe behind to the median lobe. Here inside the figure you can also see this is a posterior lobe which is connecting both the side by the lateral lobes, and it is both the lateral lobe which is connected by the posterior lobe, and it is the frequent site of the carcinoma. The lateral lobe which lies on each side of the urethra, and it contains mainly the glandular tissue which forms in old age it forms the adenoma or benign tumor which occurs from the lateral lobes. Structure traversing from the prostate are the traversed by the urethra and pair of the ejaculatory duct, and it contains the prostatic utericles. Here you can see there is on the prostatic urethra which passes from the prostate, and there is a vertical elevation of the mucosal fold. It is called the verumontorum, or it is also called the urethral crest, and into the middle part there is a opening of the, it is called the into the middle part of the urethral crest or verumontorum there is a area, it is called the colliculus seminalis, and inside the colliculus seminalis there is a opening of the prostatic utericle. It is the blind pouch which is just behind to the between the median lobe and posterior lobe. It is goes upwards and backward, and it is 6 mm in length. So it is homologous with the inside the female genital, it is homologous with the vagina, and just below on each side of the opening of the prostatic utericle there is a inside the colliculus seminalis there is a opening of the ejaculatory duct. Structure of the prostate. Prostate, it contains the 1/4 fibrous structure, 1/4 muscular structure, and half of the glandular tissue. So the fibrous tissue which is thickened at the periphery of the organ to forms the true capsule. This green color, it is the fibrous capsule, and also posteriorly it makes the posteromedian septums. This fibrous capsule, it is posteriorly it makes the posteromedian fibrous septums which is connect to the fibrous capsule with the urethral crest. Muscular tissue are arranged into the two groups. Outer group, it is the consists of the smooth muscles, and it is a continuation of the detrusal muscles. This is the outer group, and both the sides outer group and the inner seat which is around to the urethra. This is the inner seat of the muscle. It is a very thin layer of the muscles around to the urethra. Third layer, it is called the glandular tissue. Here you can see the inner mucous gland. This is the most inner mucous gland around to the just prostatic urethra. This inner mucous gland are simple tubular, and their duct open into the prostatic sinus above to the colliculus seminalis. The intermediate submucous gland, this is the submucous gland, this is the intermediate submucous gland, this is the inner gland, this is the intermediate submucous gland. Presents a less follicle and small duct which open the sinuses at the level of the folliculus seminalis. And the last one, it is the outer glands, outer main glands. This is the outer main prostatic glands, which is the numerous and follicle and present a numerous follicle and longer duct which open into the prostatic sinus below to the folliculus seminalis, and it is nearly total 15 to 20 duct which is lined, and it is lined by the simple columnar epithelium. This gland system, which is mainly developed after the puberty and during the old age, this mucous infolding of the follicle which is disappear, and follicle contain a starch-like material. It is called the corpora amylacea, which is inside the old age. So old age, it is gradually it is disappear. Blood supply of the prostate, it is by the inferior vesicle, middle rectal and interpudental arteries. Venous drainage mainly by the prostatic venous plexus, which is lies between the true and false capsules, and this venous plexus receives the front of the deep dorsal veins of the penis and communicated with the vesical venous plexus, and finally this blood drain into the interiliac vein through the posterior ligament of the bladder. Few of the venous plexus of the prostate, which is communicated with the vertebral venous plexus. So it is known as a paravertebral vein of the Batsons. So prostatic cancer which metastasis to the via the vertebral venous plexus. Lymphatic drainage into the interiliac lymph node, external iliac lymph node and sacral group of the lymph node. Now supplied by the sympathetic by the L1 and L2 by the inferior hypogastric plexus, and the parasympathetic which is supplied by the S2, S3, S4 by the pelvic splanchnic nerves, and it is a secretomotor to the glands. Clinical anatomy of the prostate. Sometimes there is a benign enlargement of the median lobe. It is the benign prostatic hypertrophy, and it is enlarged in old age. It is act as a ball valve and it obstructs the outlet of the bladder. Eventually it leads to the retention of the urine, and it also leads to obstruction of the urine. Inflammation of the prostate, it may be acute or chronic. It may be causes the frequent micturations, pain in perineum, tenderness of the prostate. Carcinoma of the prostate, which is usually arise from the outer zone of the prostate, and it leads to there is a obstruction of the urine, pain inside the perineum, low back pain, and there is a irregular and fixed the hard prostate, and it may lead to through the prostatic venous plexus, through it metastasis through the vertebral venous plexus. So it is also cancer which is metastasized inside the bone. So in short, you have to remember the outer portion of the prostate, it lead to it is vulnerable for the carcinoma, while the inner part, mainly the median lobe, it is for the benign hypertrophy. Here you can see we have cut the prostate, and you can see this is the urethra which is passes from it, and so hope you enjoy the lecture of the prostate. Thank you.